this, and I got elected to do this because I'm a troublemaker. I hope you signed the guest book when you came in and picked up a little blue stone. Put this stone in your pocket and think about Mom. As Jim and I traveled, Mom would always say, bring me back a rock. So depending on if we went by car or flew, depended on the size of the rock. And I'd always write where they came from, like this one says Morton House, June 2010, so that she'd know where they came from. And the significance of this is, when she was in rehab in Leroy Village Green, her home burnt down in Kendall, Morton. And I took her out to see the lighthouse in Kent, and we stopped there, and I dug around in the ruins until I could find a rock that we could bring back. So we were talking yesterday with the funeral director, and he suggested that we get rocks for Mom. Blue's her favorite color, especially this aqua. So please take a stone, put it in your pocket. They're not to eat. And rub it and think of Mom and what a blessing she was to all of us. Thank you so much for coming.
One final presentation before we end our services. Here at the funeral, we wear butterflies on our lapels. Some may have wondered why, some may never have wondered. Well, it's a symbol of change, transformation, newness of life. One of God's most beautiful creatures, the monarch butterfly, has three very distinct mysteries that surround it. And we think that there's some parallels. The parallels are that even in the darkest of our hours, in the toughest of times, that God is here. Right now, every single monarch butterfly in the entire world, all of them, millions and millions and millions of them, are in only 3 spots in Mexico. They winter there all winter long, and there's no reason for it. They can survive in many other places in the world, but those 3 spots are chosen year in and year out. The second mystery, the fact that they'll migrate, and they come up into the northeast in the end of July, and by the beginning of September, they come quietly and they leave just as quietly. And that migration path has been duplicated for thousands of years. Now, the scientists have theories on that path, but they can't prove those theories. Now, here's the part that makes it even more confusing, and we think enlightening. Every single monarch butterfly that's in Mexico right now was never in any one of those 3 spots before. They don't live long enough to be able to go through that 1-year cycle of migration. As a matter of fact, it takes 3 to 4 generations from start to finish. If it takes 3 to 4 generations, I have to ask you a question. Each consecutive generation, how do they know the way to go? Travel on the same path that's been traveled for thousands and thousands of years, and then return back to the same 3 spots in Mexico for the winter when they've never been there before. We like to think that it can only take God's grace to guide the monarch on its way, and know that God has not left Billy alone or any of you alone in these tough times. And for Brenda, Ken, and Sherry, I have for each of you a butterfly pin. I'll be giving that to you, and that'll be a bond that you'll share with your mom forever.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
As Sherry said, please don't eat the rocks. They look like nice little mints, and I've been dying for one all night. One final announcement: you're all welcome to join the family back at Billy and Brenda's home at 270 Palmer Road. On the way there, we're going to give you a little challenge. That rock that goes in your pocket, rub it a few times, ever so gently. Think of her, think a story that you've shared with her, and once you've gotten to their home, go out of your way and share that story with somebody else. And it's in that spirit that we're not about to end our celebration, but rather continue. Thank you all for coming.